How waiters memorize and remember orders. Isn't it cool when a waiter memorizes up an entire table of orders on the spur of the moment? Some servers have the incredible ability to listen to a table's order and remember every minor detail without ever touching a pen and paper. Some people can take orders from up to 10 people without blinking an eye. No matter how many exceptions, substitutions, or changes the customers make, these waiters will get the order rung up. That is beyond my comprehension. Some waiters simply stare at their order sheet while writing down orders, leaving customers feeling shortchanged on the service with a smile. Some people can write without looking down, which is an improvement, but memorizing your orders can give you complete control. We've all been in admiration when a waiter recalls an entire table of orders without putting a single stuff down. Brilliance! In a post-experiment interview, waiters admitted that they rely on location, like where the order was placed at the table, as well as the customer's faces and clothing to deliver drinks to the correct people. Interestingly, the one waiter who wasn't thrown off by the seat swap reported only using their faces and clothing. He also told the researchers that his previous serving experience was mostly in cocktail parties where people are constantly moving around. According to the researchers, all 9 waiters did not pay attention to any customer after taking the table's order, as if they were protecting the memory formation in the path from the table to the bartender or kitchen. So how do they manage it? It turns out that it's cool little tricks, not crazy games or complicated techniques. But before we get started, please keep in mind that we make these videos for free for your entertainment, and all we ask in return is that you like them and subscribe with the notification bell turned on. Face recognition. Remembering clients by their faces is the most successful way. There's a simple explanation for this. Faces do not change. As a waiter, it is vital to look at the customer in the eyes and face since they are more likely to recognize the customer. Waiters recall customers by imagining their faces and recalling the meal they ordered. Waiters that can memorize orders from 8 or even more individuals without having to write anything down are extremely outstanding. Clothing association can be highly successful as well, but if the individual is wearing a sweatshirt, coat, or any outer layer that they then remove, things become more problematic. Clothing can be just as efficient as face identification, but it is more malleable. Do you relate to any of these things? I mean, come on. We've all been doing this since our childhood days. You'll see how these ways are simpler, but yet they make a huge impact. Word association is the third strategy, and I'll explain why it's so successful. However, in order for this to function, the client must be able to multitask and be almost completely familiar with the menu. When servers utilize word association, they must mentally modify the names of the dishes while attending to the customer, and attempting to appear normal if their minds are spinning from mixing things up. To put it mildly, it's challenging. Consider the following example. Assume a dish is called Parkmaster's Béarnaise Chicken, and the waiter refers to it as Parkmaster or something like that. This method makes remembering 8 or more orders much easier. Whoa, 8 orders? I think we need to ask this guy around to help us memorize our assignments for our school quizzes. Wouldn't that be helpful? What do you guys think? Seating serves as a prompt. This is a decent one, but it can easily go awry. Servers have become accustomed to shifting customers or those who remain stationary based on the restaurant style, and there is some research that backs this up. In a study, the memory skills of a waiter were assessed by seating 8 people at a table to buy drinks. Firstly, the 8 clients ordered drinks from the servers, who did an excellent job. However, the following round of drinks was ordered as the customers shifted seats, and merely one of the 9 servers remembered who they were. As we can see, as long as the clients do not shift their places, memorizing by seating can be quite advantageous. However, the waiter did bring the correct drinks, so the problem isn't as bad as it sounds. Creating wordplay. Songwriting or rhyming wordplay can help many servers. When linked with word association, turning orders into songs can be incredibly effective, making the song simpler to remember with fewer words. Waiters that use this technique typically employ the very same tune, so the music becomes more familiar with time, considerably aiding memory. Have you ever done such a thing? I know most of us have been memorizing our work only associating it with songs songs, melodies, and of course movies. It sure is a fun and creative way to learn. Making a list of orders. Writing orders is the most dependable technique. When taking orders, servers will keep everything written down, so that if they forget anything, they can just walk back to the notebook and look. Most waiters claim that they write orders down just to help them internalize and retain the order, and that they rarely look at the notebook afterwards. Word connections. All of the dishes on the menu have nicknames among the Rockpool Group chefs and floor staff. For an example, a dish called the Four Raw Tastes of the Sea at Rockpool Bar and Grill is abbreviated to the Four Tastes to make it easier to remember. According to Jeremy Cormadius, if a customer changes a dish, you must convert the order of name in your mind. For example, the Four Tastes, sauce on the side. You need a really good understanding of what the word is and a really good understanding of the menu itself, he explained. You have to switch it over, lock it in, and still have a smile on your face. Identifying regular customers and their orders. Robinson served as a bartender for many years and claims that the regular customers' orders become so sticky in her memory that she began to associate regular customers with her cup of coffee. Things reached the stage in which if I see a client leaving the office, instead of saying, "Hey, there's Joseph," I'd say, "Hey, there's the mustache guy." I used to imagine regular clients and their orders while riding the train to work when I initially started. My supervisor put me through a series of examinations. It became part of the routine after that. If you do it enough times, you will remember it. Miss Miller says that she correlates regular customers' drink orders with their physical looks. Let's take a look. If they have a blonde beard, I imagine them with dustier hair and lighter complexion. Every time they step in, I direct to myself, Sam the Jacked, pure blonde. His spouse Janine enjoys Pinot Gris. You rapidly develop an attitude towards your consumers, as if they were liquids with legs. Attempting to appear more professional. Waiters refuse to write down orders because they want to seem more professional. So let's be honest, it does make you look professional, but is there any effect on professionalism? No. Being able to memorize information does not imply professionalism, but it certainly makes you appear more professional. Consumers will be taken aback if you make a strong gaze at them. Wish to stay out of the way of customers. There are introverted and extroverted people in the world, and being an introvert as a server isn't always simple. So if a waiter simply wants to collect orders and go, a notebook isn't the greatest option since it will take longer to return to the table. The lack of notebook might also serve the opposite effect of allowing you to get to know your consumers. Want to have a relationship with customers. Using a notepad to bond with your customers is a horrible idea since you will be continually writing on the notepad, leaving little opportunity to converse with them. You will be able to engage in eye contact, view the client's expressions, and exchange grins if you leave the notebook at home, which is something that many servers prefer. It all comes down to whether you're an introvert who feels at ease behind the counter or an extrovert who wants to spend as much time as possible bonding with your customers. Both are acceptable because people differ. Have you ever bonded with the waiter? Like, it's hi and he's going to serve you the best food you can ask for? Do you relate to it? How to improve your order recall. In short, studying the menu, face association, establishing a cognitive and social development map of the orders, and all the other things we talked about above can help you remember orders better. Order recall does not happen quickly, but if you have a good comprehension of the menu, you may design new names for the meals you will remember and build a soundtrack in your head that will linger with you. When a waiter gladly abandons the notebook for a minute of conversation with a client, it is quite exceptional, and I personally enjoy it when the server greets you with a beaming smile. Waiters are humans just like the rest of us, and the memory abilities that work in the cafe will also work in the real world. We see almost every waiter being praised upon learning and delivering orders just as the customers asked for. We know for a fact that when little things are added to the menu, for example, adding butter to a chicken karahi, will make it way better. That's how the waiter makes sure the right amount of butter is added, and anything else that the customers demanded are met without any delays. Restaurants invest money to make these waiters train for their orders and how to come up to customer satisfaction. So this was all about how waiters memorize and remember orders. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, tell us in the comment section, how good are you at memorizing stuff? Or do you just forget things instantly? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more such content. See ya!